bro, Hebrew Israelites burn me up so bad, bro. Because, like, how can they sit there and read the Bible and think about all those things and get to a point where they think that the people who enslaved them will be enslaved again? Like, you're using the Bible just as people did 400 years ago to enslave y'all. And y'all think that it's a good thing for us to get enslaved because it's equality? Bro, I could understand if those people lived 600 years and they're still here. I have nothing to do with that. And I will not, and I mean not, be one of those people that are like kneel down to or kiss your shoe. Oh, bro, you got me messed up, bro. Not I, bro. You gonna have to kill me or unalive me, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going at all.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Brakah, Kadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of great millstones. Peace, mercy, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. The Israelites of the Bible, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And as you can see, I found this video of this, Esau Edom, this white kid, talking about, how the Israelites are out there preaching the word and talking about how they're going to get their judgment and how they're going to go in captivity. And he thinks it's not going to happen. But, that's why we got to bring out scriptures. And that's why you have to read the whole roll. Because you got to learn the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And who led the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans into captivity? It was Esau, the so-called white man. But also these other nations. You have these other nations that also took our foreign fathers into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the fate of the saints. So this is the patience and our fate and the saints. And who are the saints? Well, we could go to the book of Psalms, chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Adonai Yahweh. So who are the saints? That will be the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So here's the patience and the faint of the saints, which are the Israelites. And those Israelites will be the 144,000, the elect man. 12,000 out of the 12 tribes. It's a lot for that. 12,000 men out of those 12 tribes, and that will make it the 144,000 who are going to be ruling in the new heavens, in the new kingdom with Yahweh Shai, who the world even calls Jesus Christ. We go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 31. It reads right here, the judgment of Esau Edom. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud. You can see that this guy is proud as hell, He doesn't want to take accountability of what his foreign fathers did to us. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Adonai Yahweh of hosts. For that day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus say the Adonai Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah. Israel is northern tribe, and Judah is southern tribe. Were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go, and they don't want to let our people go. And you can see that because even when you have Jake who wants to travel around the world, they have to come back, or they have to renew their visa. But at the end of the day, they have to come back. You can see most Jakes is leaving the United States because they're tired of the United States. They don't feel welcome or respected, so they got to go to other countries. But they're still going to be hated by these other nations also. That's how it is. And we go also to the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16. It reads, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he should surely be put to death. and who stole the Israelite man and sold him, that will be Esau Edom. You can see it, the so-called white man. And you can see it throughout their histories, and they make not only through their histories, but they also make movies. There's movies about it. There's books about it. And you know how they came to the New World, where the Gadites were, you know, and how they came and they sold them. You know, they took over their land and they started selling them, and they not only by that, but also they brought slaves. They brought Judah, so-called Negroes. They brought them too when they were sold captives by the African people, you know, the Hamites. So again, Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And when the Heavenly Father sends his son Yahweh, Salah for that. When he sends his son Yahweh Shai to come and redeem us, he's gonna redeem his elect man. And the main nation will be kingdom will be United States, also in the four corners of the earth. But the main judgment is going to be in United States, which is spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt, and spiritual Sodom. Again, Exodus 21 verse 16. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he should surely be put to death. Now he also talked about how why he's going to pay what his forefathers did. Well, we could go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. And it reads right here, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. So for the iniquity of your fathers, you're going to pay their debt. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, said the Adonai Yahweh of hosts, and cut off Babylon, the name and the remnant and the son and nephew, said the Adonai Yahweh. So when the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh sends his son Yahweh Shai to judge this place, and then after 1,000 years of them rebuilding the kingdom, they're gonna be completely wiped off. After they do 1,000 years of their slaves, they're gonna get double. If we go to the book of Lamentations, because we also had to pay for the sins of our foreign fathers. In the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 7, it says, our fathers have sinned and are not. So our foreign fathers sinned and they're not here anymore. And we have borne their iniquity. We borne their iniquity. And how did our forefathers sin? Well, you know, they didn't listen to the voice of the Heavenly Father. Who's the voice of the Heavenly Father? That will be the prophets. And by listening to his voice, by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. So it says, our fathers have sinned. And what is sin? Well, we go to the book of 1 John. Oh, it's a lot for that. The book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4. It reads, whosoever committed sin transgressed also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So who was the law, statute, commandments given to? They were given to the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So we go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 7. It says, our fathers have sinned and are not. So our forefathers, they sinned and they're not here no more. And we have borne their iniquity. We have borne their iniquities because since our forefathers sinned, they didn't teach us how to keep the law, statute, commandments of the Heavenly Father. So it was passed through generations to generations. So we borne the iniquity. Also because we were there in the past life. We just don't remember. So we all come back to our same lot. and we go to Isaiah. We go back to Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. It reads, because at the end of the day, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is only going to have mercy to the Israelites. It says right here, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Adonai Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and that will be in the new kingdom. And the strangers shall join with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land. And the Adonai Yahweh of the Adonai Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were. So those that were in captivity, we're going to take them too, and they're going to be our captives. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to be ruling our oppressors. And it should come to pass in that day that the Adonai Yahweh should give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So yeah, pretty much right now we're paying our debt to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because he said it in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. If we didn't listen and obey the law, statute, commandments, that he was going to curse us, and that was part of the curse. He was going to sell us to our enemies. And you can always go to the book of Psalms 83 and tell you who is our enemies of the Israelites. If we go to the book of Galatians, because it also says right there, Galatians chapter 6 verse 7, it reads, "Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." So you reap what you sow. And I will not just say man, but also a nation. So whatever a nation does, they're going to reap what they sow. So that's what they're going to sow, all these other nations that put the Israelites into captivity. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kadash, Shalom.